Hello, curious minds. Today, we're embarking on a journey into one of the most transformative technologies shaping our world: large language models, or LLMs. If you've ever chatted with ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, you've already experienced their power firsthand. These advanced systems are at the heart of the AI revolution, making it possible for machines to understand and generate human language like never before. In this video, we'll break down what LLMs are, how they work, their real-world uses, and why they matter so much. Let's dive in and uncover the brains behind modern AI together. Large language models are the breakthrough technology powering today's most impressive AI systems. But they're not just bigger versions of previous AI, they represent a fundamental shift in how machines process and generate language. Imagine having a digital assistant that's read a huge portion of the internet and can help you write, analyze, code, or brainstorm creative ideas. That's the power of LLMs. They're changing the way we interact with technology, making it more natural, intuitive, and helpful for everyone. So, what exactly are large language models? In simple terms, LLMs are AI systems trained on massive amounts of text data. They can understand, generate, and work with human language in ways that were unimaginable just a few years ago. The large in LLMs refers to the billions of parameters these models use to learn from data. Training them requires enormous computing power and huge datasets, often costing millions. But the result is an AI that can understand context, generate human-like text, translate languages, answer questions, and even write code. Think of LLMs as super smart research assistants. They've read almost everything available online and can help you with nearly any text-based task. Whether you need help writing an article, summarizing a report, or translating a document, LLMs are up to the challenge. Their ability to understand context and nuance makes them incredibly versatile, and they're quickly becoming essential tools for professionals, students, and creators alike. Let's peek behind the curtain and see how LLMs actually work. The process starts with pre-training, where the model reads enormous amounts of text, think books, websites, and articles. During this phase, it learns grammar, facts, reasoning patterns, and writing styles. Then comes fine-tuning, where the model is trained further for specific tasks or safety. At their core, LLMs are like supercharged autocomplete systems. Given some text, they predict what should come next based on patterns they've learned from their training data. At the heart of every LLM is the ability to predict what comes next in a sequence of words. For example, if you type, "The best way to learn programming is," the model draws on everything it's read to suggest likely completions. This predictive power is what makes LLMs so effective at generating human-like text. But it's important to remember, LLMs don't truly know facts, they learn statistical relationships between words and concepts from their training data. While LLMs can generate impressively human-like responses, they don't actually understand language the way people do. They recognize patterns, not meaning. They have no lived experience or common sense, and sometimes they can miss subtle context. This distinction is crucial for understanding both their strengths and their limitations. Several major players are leading the LLM revolution. OpenAI's GPT series, including GPT-3 and GPT-4, pioneered the modern era with strong reasoning and creativity. Google's Bard and Gemini leverage massive data resources and integrate deeply with Google's ecosystem. Anthropic's Claude focuses on safety and helpfulness, excelling at long documents. Meta's Llama takes an open-source approach, driving innovation among researchers and developers. Other notable models include Microsoft's Copilot, Amazon's Titan, and a growing number of open-source alternatives. OpenAI's GPT models, like GPT-3 and GPT-4, have set the standard for what LLMs can achieve. These models are known for their strong reasoning abilities, creativity, and versatility. They're widely used in applications ranging from chatbots to content creation tools, and their influence has shaped the entire AI landscape. Google's Bard, now evolved into Gemini, leverages the company's vast data resources and expertise in search. These models are tightly integrated with Google's ecosystem, making them powerful tools for information, retrieval, productivity, and more. Their strength lies in their ability to access and process massive amounts of information quickly and accurately. Anthropic's Claude stands out for its focus on safety and helpfulness. Using a constitutional AI approach, Claude is designed to be more reliable and less likely to generate harmful content. It's especially good at handling long documents and complex queries, making it a favorite among professionals who need trustworthy AI assistance. Meta's Llama takes a different approach by being open source, allowing researchers and developers worldwide to experiment and innovate. This has sparked a wave of creativity in the AI community, with new models and applications emerging rapidly. Open source LLMs are driving accessibility and democratizing AI development. Beyond the big names, there are many other LLMs making an impact. Microsoft's Copilot models assist with coding and productivity, while Amazon's Titan supports a range of business applications. The open source community continues to grow, offering alternatives that are customizable and accessible to a wider audience. LLMs are incredibly versatile. They can write articles, essays, and stories, generate marketing copy, and even craft poetry. For analysis and summarization, they can extract key points from documents, summarize research papers, and interpret data. In technical fields, they write and debug code, explain complex concepts, and generate documentation. They're also valuable in education, offering personalized tutoring and language learning support. One of the most popular uses for LLMs is writing. They can generate articles, essays, stories, marketing copy, emails, and even creative works like poetry. Their ability to mimic different writing styles and tones makes them invaluable for content creators, marketers, and businesses looking to streamline their communication. LLMs excel at analyzing documents and summarizing key points. They can quickly process research papers, extract important information, and present it in a clear, concise format. This capability saves time and helps users stay informed without having to read through lengthy materials. For developers and technical professionals, LLMs are game changers. They can write and debug code, explain technical concepts, and generate documentation. This not only speeds up development, but also makes complex topics more accessible to a wider audience. LLMs are powerful tools for education. They can act as personalized tutors, explain concepts at different levels, and assist with language learning. By adapting to individual needs, they make learning more engaging and effective for students of all ages. In the business world, LLMs automate customer service, generate reports, summarize meetings, and document processes. Their ability to handle routine writing tasks frees up human workers for more strategic and creative work, boosting productivity across industries. Despite their impressive abilities, LLMs have important limitations. They don't truly understand language like humans. They recognize patterns, not meaning. They lack lived experience and common sense, which means they can sometimes miss subtle context or make mistakes that a person wouldn't. One of the biggest challenges with LLMs is hallucination sometimes. They generate information that sounds plausible but is actually incorrect. They can confidently state false facts, so it's always important to fact-check critical information and not rely solely on their outputs for important decisions. LLMs are trained on data up to a certain point in time, so they don't know about events or developments that happened after their training cutoff. Without access to the latest information, they can be outdated on fast-moving topics. Always double-check if you need the most current data. LLMs can reflect biases present in their training data and sometimes generate inappropriate or harmful content. Ensuring safety and fairness is an ongoing challenge for all AI providers. Developers are constantly working to reduce these risks, but users should remain aware and vigilant. Training and running LLMs require huge computational resources, which means significant energy consumption and high costs. As these models become more widespread, there's growing attention on making them more efficient and environmentally friendly. To get the most out of LLMs, start by writing effective prompts. Be specific, Provide context and give examples. Don't settle for the first response. Iterate, ask follow-up questions, and request improvements. Use LLMs for brainstorming, drafting, and explaining concepts, but always verify critical information and combine their outputs with your own expertise. The quality of your prompt directly affects the quality of the LLM's output. Be as specific and detailed as possible. Provide context and specify the format or tone you want. Giving examples can help guide the model toward the kind of response you need. Don't expect perfection on the first try. LLMs often improve with follow-up questions and requests for clarification or revision. Treat the interaction as a conversation, refining your prompts and responses until you get the result you want. LLMs can make mistakes or generate outdated information, so always fact-check important claims. Cross-reference with reliable sources, especially for medical, legal, or financial advice. Use LLMs as assistants, not as the final authority. Looking ahead, LLMs are set to become even more powerful. We can expect better reasoning, fewer hallucinations, and new multimodal capabilities that combine text, images, and audio. Models will become more efficient, affordable, and specialized for different domains, with open-source alternatives continuing to grow. Integration into everyday software and better customization are just around the corner. LLMs are democratizing knowledge work, making advanced writing and analysis accessible to more people and leveling the playing field for small businesses. They're transforming industries, revolutionizing customer service, content creation, software development, and education. Like the internet or smartphones, LLMs are becoming foundational technology that will shape how we work, learn, and create for years to come. Large language models are powerful tools that can amplify human capabilities when used wisely. They're not magic, but they are revolutionary technology that's here to stay. Remember, LLMs work best as intelligent assistants that complement your skills, not as replacements for human judgment. By combining their strengths with your expertise, you can unlock new possibilities and stay at the forefront of the AI revolution.